That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. What is good, y'all? What is good, y'all? Everybody hit that like button when you tap in here. Everybody make sure you let me know what city you're tapping in from, what you're smoking on. Put it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You got a reason to use the chat. Converse with the host. I am the host, Mikey T, the movie star. You are watching the Mikey T, the movie star podcast right now. I had to come on and talk about a couple different topics. Let me just get my Dutch situated. I'm smoking on some Fuego right now. You guys. Smoking on that Fuego, and we're about to get started with today's live stream. What up? Rhode Island's in the building. What up, Griffey? Let me know what city and state you're tapping in from. Let me know what you're blazing on. Right now, I'm rolling up some of this. I believe it's an indica, and it is this lightsaber. I picked up a little 3.5 of it. A couple of them, actually. They had a little deal on them, so I grabbed a couple of them. But we got to talk about some interesting news today. We got a couple different topics to cover. Meek Mill is going off, you guys. Meek Mill is exposing so many details about his deal with MMG. It has to be the MMG deal because that's the only record label he's actually been locked in with. His last album, Expensive Pain actually came out under MMG, and I'm honestly under the belief that that will be his last album with Maybach Music. Meek is going off saying, "Oh, I am going to be making $10 million per album now." He's got a whole new, you know what I mean? He's just going in. Let me get to my notes. Everybody hit that like button when you're tapping in here. Make sure you let me know what you're blazing on. All that good shit, man. All that good shit. Gonna get things started here. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. If you voted in the poll. Definitely share this video one time for your boy. If you missed the paperwork party, we had a paperwork party last night. It got pretty extensive. We went in on Jimmy Henchman, you guys. Jimmy Henchman, pretty much, he got all of his information exposed. I mean, the dude has helped out the feds, the state, multiple occasions. This dude actually turned people in from actually trying to, I guess people were actually planning an escape, and this dude actually jumped on the phone and was talking to his girl about it. You know what I'm saying? So Meek Mill actually posted on his Instagram. He said, 1 year anniversary to the last album. I don't know how money I made off of it or had no control over the overall plan, and I only made 13% off of it. LOL. LOL. He's actually laughing about the percent he made. LOL. Yeah, you have to say LOL because you can't put a crying emoji or a sad face emoji, so you got to make it sound funny. There's absolutely nothing funny about that. Second of all, whose fault is it? You know what I mean? I'm sick and tired of all these rappers who don't read their paperwork because they're too quote unquote street, and being street, you know what I mean? It's not cool to read stuff, right? Reading is for suckers, right? I'm a straight dude. I'm tired of all these rappers coming up and complaining about P. Diddy and their label and how they got jerked. Guess what? I don't feel sorry for any rapper that feels that way, that feels that they got jerked. I got zero type of sympathy for them. So stop with that shit. You should feel bad for me. That's one of the cons of being a street dude. Industry execs, they see right through that. They see it a mile away. 13%. Yeah, signed right here. You didn't have an entertainment lawyer go over that? Nope, you didn't. Because God forbid you invest in yourself. I mean, that's going to cost me 25. That's going to cost me 3 bands. Rick Ross is cool. Rick Ross is cool. He's not going to jerk me. Rick Ross is the homie, right? Rick Ross isn't going to jerk me. So don't come on here talking about your 13%. LOL. LOL. I'd be crying if I was you. But it's funnier to say LOL. You're not really hurt by it. You know what I mean? You're still like, I'm a baller. I'm still rich, right? A lot of these rappers out there are like that. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily have to make money off of the albums. The fact that these guys got them rich, you know what I mean? The fact that these guys got them rich does enough for them. And it actually puts them in a solid point to continue getting money for this foreseeable future. Meek Mill is able to tour extensively. We've actually seen him tour, you know what I mean? We've actually seen him tour with the likes of Nicki Minaj all over the country. Yep. What up? Oh shit. What up, CT860? What up, New London, Coatesville, PA? What's up? What's up, Southside Tennessee in the building? What's going on? Yeah, right. Exactly. If you're going to do something that you want to get a lawyer. So Meek Mill went on, you guys. I'm going to make 10 million off of every album I drop from here on out. I was caught up in that slave shit, and that's why I've been taking so long. And that's why I've been taking so long. Well, let me ask, did you execute a plan to make 10 million off of every album going forward? Do you know how to go about the rights to getting your publishing? Explain to us how, because it's easier, much easier said than done. Because I'll believe it. Mikey T, the movie star, will believe it when I see it. That's first of all, because you make it seem so easy. How are you going to do it? Do you have a dedicated app like Snoop Dogg? Do you have an app like Snoop Dogg? Because Snoop Dogg has a direct app, you know what I mean, where you can actually go and purchase Death Row music. Jim Jones, he has an app. He doesn't need a record label. You can literally go to the Jim Jones app, download it from Google Play Store, and purchase his music. Are you going to do that, Meek Mill? Do you know how to make an app? You have to outsource it. You got to outsource it, man. You got to outsource the shit, in all honesty. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in right now. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button right now. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you share this video with at least one friend. You heard what I'm saying? Do you know how to make an app? You know what? You have to outsource it, but to you, you're like, why would I do that? What do I look like? A sucker? No, it's called investing in yourself. Even if you sold 500K of expensive pain, what does it matter if they're not purchasing it from you? 13% of a million? What is that? That's very small chump change. If you ask me, why aren't you getting the proceeds yourself? Why aren't you paying the producers, the videographers? Sorry, Meek. Sorry, Meek. Michael Jackson didn't even make 10 million on an album. So cut that shit right there. I'll believe it when I see it. You know, Prince, the artist that passed away, Purple Rain, he showed you. He showed everybody, the entire music industry, the blueprint. And I'm not talking about a Jay-Z album. Don't get me messed up, Meek. Follow Prince's blueprint. That's the only way it will work. Secondly, 13%, you're complaining about something you signed willingly. You weren't extorted by Rick Ross. This wasn't a Suge Knight, Vanilla Ice thing. Nobody forced you to do that. Me personally, I think you should be happy. I remember when you were rapping on the We Are the Street DVDs trying to impress Cassidy. When Cassidy was the hottest thing since pants with pockets. That's right. Meek Mill went on his Instagram post. Meek Mill continued, that shit is still on this album. Everything I do is flames. They don't really promote music with morals in that system. Now it's my go. Now I'm going to crack the code and I'm getting paid for rapping. And he still actually hashtagged expensive pain. So guys, if we're talking about move on, if Meek Mill is talking about moving on and making $10 million off of every forthcoming album, you know what I mean? Why is he still hashtagging expensive pain? Take a note from 50 Cent, just like you could take one from Prince. 50 Cent doesn't continue to keep his old hashtags when he moves on. Is 50 still hashtagging effing? Is 50 still hashtagging Frigo? You know, I think those were his draws. Frigo. You know what I mean? He might still be doing those, but I don't notice those hashtags as excessively anymore. So Meek says here, Meek basically said that, and he's like, let's see what else he has to say. Everything I do is flames, right? Everyone share this video one time. Share this video one time. He said, they don't really promote music with morals in that system. Now it's my go. Now I'm going to crack the code and get paid for rapping. Oh, this is where I got to go in, you guys. They don't promote Meek? They don't promote music with morals. I'm going in here. Music with morals, right? Let's not sit here and pretend you wasn't one of the most wild rappers in Philly. Meek, you make street music. Is anyone denying that? And then when you made a song with a message, it connected. Meek Mill, your song connected. It got radio play. Hell, Drake jumped on it. The song was called Amen. Nobody promotes songs with morals, though, right? Nobody promotes songs with morals. Amen was blasting everywhere. You're a street rapper, but guess who else is a street and conscious rapper that never gets the promo that he deserves? Huh? His name is Nasir Jones. Nas, the greatest living lyricist. The greatest living lyricist of all time. Nas makes positive music, conscious music. I didn't see Letter to the President being played on Hot 97 and all the radio stations. I didn't see Undying Love on any radio station. I didn't hear music with morals, as you say, which is basically Nas's whole discography. I didn't hear that on the radio, but you want to know what I did hear on the radio? Got yourself a gun, right? So let's stop acting like this is something new. When JC said, truthfully, I want to rap like Common Sense, but I sold 5 mil. You know what I mean? He's got to make that HOV. I used to sell snowflakes by the, you know what I mean? By the OZ. You know, this is nothing new or groundbreaking that you're telling us. You know what I'm saying here, guys? How did Meek Mill's deal with Rick Ross work out? He got 13%. It sounds like he got robbed. It sounds like he got the P. Diddy treatment. You know, a lot of people say, oh, it worked out. Yeah, it worked out for Rick Ross, not for you. You're sitting on Instagram telling your fans your financial business. You're exposing all of your own personal business to a mass audience, man. Yeah, the situation worked out. It worked out for Rick Ross, not for you. Meek Mill, Twitter fingers, Instagram hands, can't get that phone up out of his palm. Meek, the whole world doesn't need to know you were getting 13%. That sounds hella crazy. You made yourself come up from a dude on the street DVDs to being one of the most respected MCs of all time. You used to wait for times, right? Yeah. So, anyways, you're telling your fans your financial business. You think we care about your account balance, bro? Go make a good album. We will support it. There are people that spent their last $13 streaming your album on iTunes. You think the fans want to hear about a rapper's problems, man? Only if it's in the music, man. Dudes is out here, you know what I mean? They got problems. A box of cereal costs $7, and you think we care? Like, come on. The most recent album comes out and he sells 95,000. The most recent album comes out and he sells 95,000. The most recent album sells 95,000. Meek Mill at a certain point has sold as much as 250K in a week. Your sales are starting to slow up. This isn't the All Eyes on You Nicki Minaj feature, the Lit Meek. What happened to you, Meek? 90K first week. You ain't hitting like that. You used to be hitting, Meek. Damn, homie. Last album, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? That's what Rick Ross is wondering. That's what Rick Ross is wondering. That's what he was wondering. And all of a sudden, now Meek Mill can release his own albums, right? You can release them, but honestly, you got to make it look like it's a walk in the park. You know, you got to sell direct to customer. You know what I mean? Meek Mill wrote, don't show me plaques, show me the checks, how much each song make diamond. Shout out to Rock Nation. No, we're not going to show you checks. You're an employee of MMG. You're an employee of Atlantic Records. Now, I guess, an employee of Rock Nation. You know, I don't know what you're thinking in your head. You're an employee, and this is a business. You get what you negotiate, not what you think you deserve. You know what I mean? And you got what you negotiated, 13%. Go cry, go cry, go make a song with Justin Timberlake, Cry Me a River remix, because we don't care. Cry Me a River. You know, oh, 50 already did that. 50 already did that and caked up. Bobby Shmurda actually commented on this, guys. Show me checks, not plaques. He basically just put a bunch of all Bobby really did was kind of repeat what Meek Mill said. We know Bobby Shmurda is going through kind of a messed up situation right now as well. You know, Bobby Shmurda is actually kind of in a messed up situation right now where he can't release music either. And in all honesty, Bobby Shmurda is getting to the bag. Bobby Shmurda is getting to the checks right now, you guys. Bobby Shmurda isn't letting the fact that he can't sell units and make money that way affect the fact that he can sign endorsements, the fact that he can go out there and do shows. And I just want to bring up the point that Meek Mill actually told Rowdy Rebel not to stress releasing the albums months back. You know what I mean? He told him, he was like, yo, release mixtape styled albums and sell those, which I really thought Expensive Pain. You know what I mean? I really thought the Expensive Pain album was that. But apparently it wasn't, because I look it up and it looks like Expensive Pain is still under MMG Atlantic Records, which all of his albums, you know what I mean, have been under. So, our next story for today. Oh, and I want to say I wish the best for Meek Mill, and I do hope because it's another day and age. You know what I mean? It's not the same time. Like back in the mid '90s, the '80s. It's not the same time. Money has changed. So I do believe Meek Mill can make the amount of money that he wants to off of the albums, but it's not as easy. You know what I mean? It's not as easy as you make it out to be, in all honesty. Like Boosie had said he wanted to release an album every single month. It's not as easy as you make it out to be. So Birdman actually posted from his account about BG. He tagged him 2023 at new underscore BG Hollywood, Choppa City, Rich Gang. He said 2023, Choppa City, Rich Gang, which what does that say to everybody? It says to me that BG is going to be coming home, y'all. It says that BG is going to be coming home, and to me, it could be a year early. Reports are he's supposed to be coming home in 2024. And also, it's saying to me that Choppa City, BG's label that he took over to an independent, actually is going to be coming back with a more substantial label behind it. Rich Gang is going to be tapping in with Choppa City, and it looks like Birdman is going to be putting the full endorsement. He's going to be putting the full endorsement on BG, and to me, it makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense to bring BG back to the mainstream, for Birdman to bring BG back to the mainstream. Birdman and BG, they're day ones. It's his original act. You go with the people that you're familiar with. You know what I mean? You go with what people are accustomed to. What's he going to do? Try something totally different? Of course, it makes sense. As far as the public complaining that BG probably feels like Birdman, BG probably feels like Birdman is going to do the rights by him this time. And for anybody wondering about Birdman's pull in the industry, just because it doesn't really look like Birdman has been able to get that many people out there in recent history. Birdman absolutely has the power to bring BG back to the mainstream. I don't think many people understand the power that Birdman has. He is damn near a billionaire. Money is power, and anybody with money has power. The guy can spend unlimited marketing dollars. You know what I'm saying? He could get him a sponsor with anyone. You know what I mean? He can get him a sponsor with anyone he wants. He can have a billboard in Times Square. He can have a billboard in New Orleans, anywhere he wants. And Birdman will make him a success. Will Birdman put him in a better situation? Of course. Just like Rick Ross put Meek Mill in a better situation than when he was rapping on the DVDs trying to impress Cassidy. No disrespect to the DVD dudes. I love you, man. I came up from that market myself. You know what I mean? Making my name all around y'all. You know what I'm saying? Was Shine in a better position when he met Diddy? Maybe Shine is a bad example. My bad. Was Loon in a better or a worse position before or after he met Diddy? Those dudes, man, you know what I mean? Before they met Diddy, like, come on, you cannot say they were in a better position before they met Diddy. You know what I'm saying? You cannot say that. And you're talking about morals. You're talking about morals on records. I wish I had $1 for every time that Meek Mill rapped about his Rolex watch. You know what I'm saying? I would give me $1 for every time Meek mentioned his bust down. But I don't know if the Hot Boys. I don't know if the Hot Boys is going to be Birdman's main focus. But he's going to make time for it. Lil Wayne is a whole other story in regard to that. I don't see why Wayne wouldn't be down with it unless they have some real issues within the camp that we don't really know about. You know what I mean? That might have, you know what I'm saying? But he might just accept it all with open arms. The results for a Hot Boys reunion are truly unlimited. Do you know how much the Bad Boys reunion tour made? Imagine they did the Cash Money tour. The potential is just there to make all types of money. But honestly, we might be getting ahead of ourselves. We might be getting a little ahead of ourselves. I know Birdman posted 2023, but BG was actually denied his third compassionate release. His third compassionate release was denied, but the courts say he's still set to come home in 2024. That's what the court system decided, and I guess that's just what it is. The compassionate release was from BG was denied, and he was sentenced to 14 years for a weapons and witness tampering in 2009. We all know how it is, the system. They like rappers in the court system. That's why he was denied for the third time. In July of 2022, Birdman actually penned a letter to the judge. So this obviously comes before the denied, you know what I mean, him being denied. Birdman said he is not only a generational talent, but he's got a platform and the chance to share his experience to better today's young men who need to hear what he's got to say when he is released. He is not only a generational artist, but he's got a platform and the chance to share his experience to better today's young men who need to hear what he's got to say. When he is released, I know he will give back and use what he's gone through to help as many people as possible. See, you guys, that's why Birdman is smart. Look how Birdman puts the magic touch on it. He knows his plan. He already knows they're going to use BG as an inspiration because look at what he's been through. And he is still standing tall. It's going to work because Birdman said it's going to work. And he executed a plan. You know what I mean? He executed a plan for it to be fail-proof. Unlike Meek Mill saying, I'm going to make 10 million off of every album, Birdman has the plan. Music with morals, in fact. And it will work. The same thing Birdman is telling you, it will work. And you will get what I'm saying. I have confidence it will work with Birdman. Ask yourself, guys, what didn't work with Cash Money? Right? What didn't work with Cash Money? Birdman made everyone successful. I don't know about Rick Ross. I don't know about Rick Ross. You know what I mean? But Birdman made everybody successful, even down to Tyga. You know what I mean? Now, we got to talk about Max B. We got to talk about Max B. Let's talk about Max B, y'all. Everybody vote in the poll. Everybody start voting in the poll right now. I just put that shit up. No, I sent Albial a DM. Letting him know I definitely support his shit. Max B's release date. And we've actually had Albial out to my guys' club out in Connecticut. You already know I support Free the Real. Max B release date. The Max B release date, y'all. First of all, I want to show you guys something. It's your boy, man, Big Val, the Wavy Baby. Shout out to my boy Mikey T, the movie star. He Wavy too, Al. What? Huh? What's your boy, man, Big Val, the Wavy Baby. Shout out to my boy Mikey T, the movie star. He Wavy too, Al. Let's get it. Salute to my big bro, Max B. Max told me when he gets out, we are definitely going to be doing an interview. He said we're going to do it old style. Max B said when he gets out of jail, we're literally going to go for a night out on the town, day in the lifestyle. So I want y'all to stay tuned for what I'm going to be doing with Max B in the very near future. And now we're going to get into Max B's official release date, you guys. Anything can happen. First of all, anything can happen. We've seen guys we've seen guys get out of jail earlier than they were supposed to. We've seen work release, halfway house release. We've seen all that type of shit. So the date that I have is one that I've read actually on a court website. This is the date that I believe in, because sometimes when people get out of jail, you don't necessarily know about it. You just run into them. You know what I'm saying? You just run into them and you're like, what? I didn't know that was your date. Yeah, my date got pushed up. You know what I'm saying? So Max B could pop out, but I'm going to go over the date that I have that seems to be official. That seems to be the most likely date, you guys. And they can't hold him any much further past this date from what I read. So we all got something to look forward to. Because there's been a lot of speculation about Max being his release date as of recent. You know, it was said that he was in the camps. The camps are pretty much like a halfway house. Do you know what a halfway house is? That doesn't count. You know, when he comes home, he will be home. The point is, he's still state property. No relation to Chris and Neef when I say state property. You know what I mean? I had done several interviews with Max B, you guys. I did several interviews with Max B, that continue to pop up to this day. And a lot of people are wondering, like, why are we supporting the appeal? Back in the day, they would wonder that. Why are we supporting the appeal? Why are we signing the petition? A lot of people don't understand the waiting game. It took years for Max B's appeal to be granted. How many people do you think there is that actually think Arab is going to win his appeal? People are saying he has no shot, just like they said about Max B. You know what I'm saying? They're like, Max B, no, he has a violent robbery charge. That's what, you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? He is never coming home. That's what people are saying and thinking. Only the 10% like me and y'all, you know what I'm saying? We got me. I hope y'all, you know what I mean? I hope everybody watching. That's why y'all are watching me. You know what I'm saying? We all let's stay 10 toes down. Salute to my bro, but let's stay 10 toes down on this situation, man. Let's stay down on this, man. A lot of people gave up on Max B. They're like, nah. But all the people are us like, nah, he's got it. He can get a mistrial. Arab can get a mistrial because his lawyer actually defended Taz too. They're like, no, he can. He can come home on an appeal. And I hope he does. The streets need Arab. Harlem needs Max B back. And that's like how people like us think. Other people are like, hell nah, he jugged someone for a watch. He is never coming home, and you can't blame him because a lot of people, they don't have any faith whatsoever in the system. You know what I mean? How are you going to blame somebody like that just has no faith in the system? You know what I mean? It's just the way that they feel. But Max B's sentence was overturned from 75 years to 20 years, a manslaughter charge. And when that happened, what did everybody say? Everybody was on some bullshit of, oh, he must be ratting. He's snitching. How did he go from an L to 20? He got an L downgraded to 20. He's ratting on somebody. A lot of blogs went in on that. You never heard me talk no bullshit like that. A lot of these dudes, interviewed Max B's Sally, or not his Sally, but his co-defendant. You know what I mean? I wasn't jumping on that. I actually interviewed Max B. You know what I mean? When he was behind the bars. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's hard for them to comprehend that. The streets don't have faith and hope. We don't know what that means. We're so used to the worst possible outcomes, y'all. So they threw the book at Max B. Let's talk about Max B's first lawyer. He was horrible. His lawyer even got caught up in some bullshit. So that says a lot about his legal representation in the first place. You know what I mean? On September 16th, 2016, it was announced that Max B took a 20-year plea bargain for aggravated manslaughter and was set to be released on, get this, you guys, November 9th, 2025. November 9th, 2025. Now, guys, if you remember, it was alleged that he could have took a 10-year plea deal initially, but Max actually thought he was going to beat the case because, and I guess at the appeal, it was represented to him with 10 years on top of it. And it turns out that he should have taken the first deal that he allegedly turned down. Now, Max is not set to be released until November 9th, 2025. Basically, at that point, it'll be time served. They can't hold him any longer after that unless he pops off on somebody and catches a new charge inside. He had caught a smoking weed charge. You know what I mean? He had caught a weed charge for smoking weed in there recently. I think that was when shit was going bad, though. Max B has been sounding in great spirits. But who remembers Jay-Z stunting to the max? I'm so wavy. You know what I mean? Before that, Jay-Z never really mentioned Max B before that. You know, that's kind of like Drake. You know what I mean? When Drake mentioned Arab's name with you know what I mean? With the Meek Mill beef. Jay-Z was still kind of going at it with Jim Jones at that point in time. Jay-Z said, and I quote, "Ow, these hoes turn their heads like owls. I'm the man of the hour." Now, who was running around and made the catchphrase, ow? So do me a favor, Jay-Z. And then, unless you're going to reach back to Max B and help like you did with Meek Mill, cut the shit. And I'm just being real. When Max B was doing the public domains, where was your ows? So you wait till someone gets locked up to do that shit. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. You know, I got love for all the hip hop community. I'm going to say things that I agree with, sing things that I disagree with, man. I'm not going to sugarcoat what I'm coming on here to talk about, whether it's news, whether it's music reviews, whether it's official reactions. Now, guys, 2025 is right around the corner. Ow! Come on, man. Dudes is knowing about owls. Yeah, exactly. We're talking about Three Kings getting mentioned on an album that sells 250,000 first week, getting mentioned on a song where Dr. Dre is featured. We're talking about some real shit here, you guys. Now, 2025 is right around the corner. 2025 is right around the corner. People are asking, when is Max B coming home? Are the big dogs still going to want him? And the point is the question. That is the big question. That's the big question and the point we want to get to. Music is changing. You know, one of Max B's best moves when he comes home is going to be to link with French Montana and continue to build right there. Build right from there. I do believe there will be a bidding war for Max B once he reestablishes buzz and proves that he's not going to have any rust on him like Shine. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? Bobby Shmurda literally came home from jail and look at him. He's kind of cold. He's ice cold. You know what I mean? Remy Ma is really the only one who made it work. You know what I mean? And Tupac Shakur, of course. Rappers who come from jail, they have it rough. You know what I mean? Max B, in my opinion, is going to have an easy time coming back to it because of the fact that he has the club music. He has his weed smoking music. He's got his harmonic sound. Again, the interest may be there to the point where it creates an immediate bidding war. Or, like I said before, he may have to reestablish his buzz, show the people what he's really about, you know? But if Chief Keef signed a deal, a $6 million deal, I could see Max B getting a $10 to $12 million deal off the rip, especially once they hear the first music. You know what I mean? But like Young Dolph, rest in peace, had said, like think about it. He turned down a 21 or $22 million deal. Think about that shit. Max B could legitimately release 20 songs that each go platinum, and he could do that possibly without signing to a record label. And you know, that's how I kind of looked at Young Dolph's logic back in the day. Oh shit, where's my charger? That's how I kind of looked at Young Dolph's logic back in the day, you guys. I looked at it kind of like damn, what is Young Dolph thinking? He could probably release 20, 30, 40 songs in a year. Whereas on a label, they're not going to let him release that many songs. No artist is really going to even get 2 or 3 albums out in a year on official labels. But yeah, I think Max B could do a lot of music on his own. But honestly, I want to see him get that deal. I want to see Max B get that deal where he signs with a major label, y'all. And I want to see all the different ways that Max B does things. Max B honestly is going to be that guy. You know what I mean? That could, he's just going to be crazy on the internet. Y'all think we like watching people like this and that, racking up millions of views? Max B is the guy that we really like to watch on the internet. But again, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I want everybody to follow me on the gram. You can follow me. The link is in the description. The link is in the description. Y'all can go follow me right now. Shoot me a message. You know what I mean? If you want to contact me about anything. Also, salute to Al Bial. Hopefully that interview's on the way. Salute to my brother Hot Boy Turk. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Big Ooh out of Jersey. I got a lot of work coming up for you guys, man. Salute to Kid. We got a lot of work coming up, man. Stay tuned. Check back in with me tonight. We'll be back 10:30 p.m. Make sure y'all check in. This is Mikey T, the movie star. I'm out. But let me show you how we leaving. Let me show you how we leaving.
Your boy Max Big Val, the wavy baby. Shout out to my boy Mikey T, the movie star. He wavy too, Al. Let's get it. What's good is your boy Max Big Val, the wavy baby. Shout out to my boy Mikey T, the movie star. He wavy too, Al.
That's right, y'all. Tap in, man. Stay in tune. This is the Mikey T, the movie star podcast. I'm out. Peace.